The year is 1757, the place is Plassey, a small village in Bengal. On this day, two powers collide, the mighty Nawab of Bengal and a trading company from a distant land. This is no ordinary battle. The fate of India hangs in the balance. The Battle of Plassey, a pivotal moment in Indian history, is about to unfold. This clash of armies will have repercussions that echo through the centuries, shaping the destiny of a subcontinent. The British East India Company, a mercantile enterprise with ambitions far exceeding its trading charter, had steadily gained influence in India. The Mughal Empire, once a symbol of power and grandeur, was now crumbling. This presented an opportunity for ambitious Europeans, eager to carve out their own empires. Bengal, a rich and fertile land, became the focal point of their ambitions. The stage was set for a showdown. The reigning Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dowlah, viewed the growing influence of the East India Company with suspicion and alarm. The company, on the other hand, saw Siraj as an obstacle to its ambitions of controlling the lucrative trade flowing through Bengal. The tension escalated, fueled by mutual distrust and ambition, leading to open conflict. The Battle of Plassey was not just about military might, it was a clash of ideologies, of ambition, and of the irresistible allure of wealth and power. On one side stood Siraj-ud-Dowlah, the young Nawab of Bengal. He was known for his impulsiveness, but also for his courage. Siraj inherited a kingdom facing internal strife and external threats. He was determined to assert his authority and resist the encroaching influence of the East India Company. However, his reign was plagued by challenges, and his authority was undermined by powerful factions within his own court. On the other side stood Robert Clive, a shrewd and ambitious officer of the British East India Company. Clive, a ruthless pragmatist with a keen eye for opportunity, recognized the fragility of the Nawab's position. He was not a man to let moral qualms hinder his ambitions. He saw in the simmering discontent within the Nawab's court a chance to advance the company's interests. Clive, a master strategist and a cunning manipulator, would weave a web of intrigue that would ultimately decide the fate of Bengal. Siraj-ud-Dowlah, despite his noble lineage and the wealth of Bengal at his command, was betrayed by those he trusted. His own general, Mir Jafar, along with other influential figures in his court, conspired with Clive against him. The lure of power and the promise of riches proved too tempting for these men. They chose personal gain over loyalty, sealing the fate of their Nawab. Clive, recognizing the simmering discontent within the Nawab's ranks, skillfully exploited these divisions. He bribed and manipulated key figures, promising them power and wealth in exchange for their allegiance. He understood that the battle could be won before it was even fought by turning the Nawab's own men against him. The Battle of Plassey was not a display of tactical brilliance or military might. It was a battle won through treachery and deception. Clive, vastly outnumbered by the Nawab's forces, relied on subterfuge and betrayal to secure victory. The odds were stacked against him, but Clive had a secret weapon, the betrayal of Siraj-ud-Dowlah's own commanders. The battle itself was brief and surprisingly one-sided. The conspired betrayal within the Nawab's army came into play as Mir Jafar, along with other commanders, held back their troops, refusing to engage the enemy. The Nawab's forces, leaderless and demoralized, crumbled under the disciplined volleys of the British East India Company's troops. The battle was over almost before it began. Clive's victory was not achieved solely through military prowess. It was the culmination of a carefully orchestrated campaign of espionage, bribery, and political maneuvering. Clive understood that to conquer a kingdom one had to first divide it from within. He played on the ambitions and insecurities of the Nawab's courtiers, turning them into pawns in his grand scheme. The aftermath of the battle saw Siraj-ud-Dowlah betrayed and murdered by Mir Jafar's son, marking a dark chapter of treachery and opportunism. Clive, hailed as a hero by his countrymen, had achieved a stunning victory, etching his name in the annals of history as the architect of British dominance in India.